Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the sixth grade concept of annual salaries. This is standard 6.14H in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 25 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so one of the things we learn about in sixth grade is how much money different occupations typically earn, so we can start making plans for what we want to study in high school, possibly in college or trade school. And so we've got four different salaries here. We've got journalist, we've got a film and video editor, right? And this is pretty big here because, maybe 20, 30 years ago, this literally was TV film or movie film, but this can even include YouTube. There are some people that make decent amounts of money just editing and filming YouTube videos. And so that could be something we think about here. We also have technical writers, right? So people that write for manuals or handbooks or whatnot. And then sound engineering, also very important for videos. If we want to have sound effects, soundtracks, anything like that. And so you'll notice that we've got these annual salaries, and we need to figure out, based on this information, how much more will a sound engineering technician earn over a period of 5 years than a journalist. Okay, sound engineering technician, $67,090. Journalist, 62. Now we've got two different ways that we can solve this because it's not just annually, it's over 5 years. If we want, we can find the difference over 1 year and then multiply that by 5. So let's do that first. So we're going to take our 6790. Let's take our 62,400. And let's subtract. So that's going to be regrouping there. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 4690. Not the answer. I would assume if students got this answer incorrect, they probably chose A. This is for 1 year. Remember, this is for 5 years. So if I wanted to figure out what this is, I could then multiply this by 5. So I could just take this, multiply this by 5. We can estimate it. You see the only one that rounds to about $5,000. The only one that looks like it's even close is that 23,450. So that looks like that's going to be it. But we just have a 1 year difference. 0, 5, 30, 34, 20, 23. There's my 23,450. So that is it. This is for 5 years. Now, some of you might have done it that way. Another way would be to figure out how much money do they earn each for 5 years. So let's find our sound engineering technician. That's 67,090. Let's find that times 5. 0, 45. 5 times 0, 0, so that ends up just being that 45. 35. All right, so for 5 years, 335,540. Now I can find the journalist for 5 years. 62,400. Multiply that by 5. 0, 0, there's my 20. 10, that's 12. 30, 31. Right, so I've got 312,000. And then what I would need to do is I would need to subtract these two. All right, so 312,000, just straight 312,000. And then what you get here is 45. There's my 3. And there we go. You notice how I got the exact same amount. Probably I would think this one is a little bit more involved because this ends up being 3 steps. I needed to multiply twice, and then I need to subtract as that third step. This is a little bit more efficient because this just ends up being 2 steps. You subtract the 1 year salary, then multiply that difference by 5. Either way, our answer is D.